Good morning, interwebs. It is 12:05. I got up just a couple minutes ago, and I'm just getting around real quick.
And I'm just awesome.
You're just awesome? You are awesome. Are these all my boxes?
Well, this is 2 of them.
Oh.
The rest are still in the car.
There were only 20.
Only 19 because one of them still had stuff in it.
Oh, yeah, you should probably leave that one
So
there.
I left that one there. I didn't take it with me. Mostly because it was heavy.
So now we are headed out to go and get pancakes.
Be a good boy, Kuma.
And look what I decided. I don't know if it's really, super appropriate today, but I'm wearing flip-flops.
It's fairly appropriate.
Mostly because I was too lazy to go and find my shoes. Though I did have to go find my flip-flops, but I don't know.
They were by the dryer, weren't they?
Well, one was by the dryer and one was in the fibber because this is the first time I've worn them this year. So now we are headed off to eat some pancakes with our other people from town. So it is about 5:30 and I just finished putting the edging and the buttons on this blanket for my friend Jamie's new baby. It's, not perfect, but it's certainly serviceable for a kid's blanket. So this pattern came from crochetleaf.com. It's a free pattern called Heart Baby Blanket. I've made it before. I've done a solid one in like a variegated with a red border. I've done rainbow stripes. I think I made a couple others. But anyways, this one I just took the pattern and I cut it in half. This is hot red Super Saver and black Super Saver. And the idea was that it's supposed to look like Mickey Mouse's body, like his shorts and then his body. And then the outline is in bright yellow. And then some white scraps that I had. So they're doing a Mickey Mouse themed nursery. So hopefully this Mickey Mouse themed Afghan will fit the bill. And ordinarily I wash things before I mail them that are baby items, but I know that they have cats and dogs too, so it should not be a problem. So I'm just going to send it as is. I will package it up and hopefully get it in the mail on Monday. This is random. It's 7:20. I just turned on my light and all of the bulbs are working again. Do you remember how last night my bulb wasn't working? I took it out, screwed it back in, still didn't work, but apparently today it does. Very strange. So now I've got dinner cooking. We're gonna have rice bowls. We didn't have any normal cheddar cheese to put on them, so I just put cottage cheese in with the meat and sauce mix and made some tomatoed rice. And now I thought I'd show you how I spent a lot of my afternoon, which was organizing my yarn. So that's what this side of the room looks like now. If you remember previous images, this side used to have lots of stuff on it, and it is very much cleared out. Looks like this. That's all the boxes that they had. And then look at how pretty all my Bernat pops look up there. Oh, so pretty. So I ended up taking most of the things I had been yarn ferried. Well, things from Steve's coworker Mary, I kept separate because they are wool, not acrylic, and they are, some of them are in fairly decent quantity. So this drawer has all of my fingering weight. Then I have crochet thread for making like doilies and such. This has baby yarn in it. It's got mostly this Bernat Baby Sport in it, and then there's a thing of a Pound of Love in the back, and then baby yarn on the bottom. And then here we have brown and white acrylics and all the shades thereof. This is the stuff from Mary. The stuff in the front is all woolies, and then there's like a whole Afghan's worth of I love this wool. And here's some more stuff from Mary. And here's some more stuff from Mary. And a bunch of this stuff is like Cascade 220 in a bunch of different colors. And then Fisherman's wool. And then in this one, we have reds and pinks. Then we have orange and yellows. And we have greens and blues. And purples, blacks, and gray. Then up here we have multicolored. There's a bunch of the Bernat mosaic in here, and then just a few other things that I gotten. And most of that stuff that's been yarn ferried to me. Then my variegated acrylic stash, things I've amassed on my own. And then the bottom two, you can't open them right now because I moved a box in front of them for the time being. The bottom two have, they're completely full of bags of things that I bought from like the mill ends from Joann's. Then this one is all skeins of cotton, like dishcloth cotton. And then, that one has cones of cotton and scrubby in it. The bottom has cones of cotton, and then I also have a bunch of Bernat Handicrafter that I bought like a whole case of it, so they're all in there. These are yarns that I've bought to make design projects out of. My rainbow assortment of peaches and cream, just so I can make dishcloth stuff pretty easy. This thing is full of a case of Bernat bamboo. I got it a while ago. I really kind of want to make like a tunic out of it. There's my sweet rolls. This is all my Lion Brand Heartland, and then this stuff is the loops and threads, soft and silky. That stuff for patterns. And then here's some Charisma, also for patterns. I already talked about my pops. This is all Red Heart Soft that's going to become an Afghan for one of my nephews. And this is weird junk, like eyelash yarn and things that are fuzzy and things that are weird, but I do find uses for. And then these are the last of the things that I bought when I was in California. The Premier Yarns Cotton Fair, which I've been perusing with thoughts of making a pattern out of them. That's kind of where I am at. Clearly, I need to move things around. Now I'm mentally just trying to figure out like what goes where and stuff. Kind of figured out that like these things are like the only works in progress. These, and there's a few in a drawer back here, but they're the only works in progress that are like housed up here. I have a few downstairs that I'm actively working on, but otherwise most of that's done. Most of that stuff is like show stock that just needs to be bagged differently. And yeah, then I just need to utilize my space better, clearly. But this is awesome, and Steve's gonna ask if they have any more of the boxes, but definitely I think it's going to be a really useful solution for me. And I'm going to do some cool labels for them, but that will happen a different day. So it is 3:29, and I've had an incredibly productive evening, or like, yeah, it was productive. I made rice bowls for dinner. I think I told you about that. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I made rice bowls for dinner. Kids played outside for like ever, which is the one saving grace of daylight savings time this year, is that the kids have been playing outside a bunch, which means they're more tired, which means bedtime has been slightly better. It also kind of helps that they're all just a little sick. So, and my cat is apparently reacting to something as well because it's sneezing too. But the kids are all just a little sick, so they, oh my goodness, Manilia's having like a sneezing attack. And it's not like she's having a hairball. No, that's her sneezing. Anyways, kids are all just a little sick, and Steve and I think are a little sick too, but that means that the kids are going to sleep better because, well, they're tired. Because they're little mucus factories, and I understand. Kids and I spent our evening catching up on some YouTube after they came in from playing, after we ate dinner and stuff. And I kind of slept in my chair for a little bit. Again, sometimes I eat certain things and apparently digesting them is just too difficult to do while my eyes are open and I'm awake. And tonight's taco bowls did that. I mean, they were just tomatoed rice, and then I made ground beef with salsa verde on it and cottage cheese. But something about that combination made me extremely sleepy for a little bit. But in that process, we were watching Live Each Day and catching up because we had a ton of episodes of that daily vlog to watch because I've been saving them to watch with the kids. So that was good. And then I also caught up tonight after everybody went to sleep. I was catching up on another daily vlogger, well, semi-daily vlogger who I watch. His name is Luke Bland, and he is an American who is living in Helsinki, and he has some sort of job that involves like videographic stuff. So I just love the way he sees the world is really interesting, and not even so much just from like his perspective, but he is very good at the videoing, editing. His music choice is just on point for what he does. Now I don't know if he would appeal to most of you, but I don't really know who watches me, but of the people I know, I don't know that he's really your cup of tea. Him and I have very little in common other than the fact that we hold cameras and talk to ourselves. But I do enjoy it. And I caught up on a bunch of those, and that was just really kind of cool. My watch later list is down to 28 videos, down from like 100 and some. Now, I did actually delete a bunch of things off it, but I'm almost back to my normal load. And the people I watch daily, I have caught up on. But I have not caught up on most of my yarny bits. So I was just watching The Fat Squirrel Speaks, and she ended up paused on my screen making a silly face. Because, I don't know, I assume that that's just what happens. If you pause this particular podcast, she'll make a funny face, which is part of the reason I enjoy watching her. Oh, and then, I guess... I did things other than just watch YouTube. I just had YouTube on in the background while I was doing other things. I worked on formatting patterns. I wrote up, and by wrote up I mean typed, 4 patterns and formatted them and typeset them and did all that. So that took a while. So now I just need to film the tutorials for them. But I like to do all the typesetting stuff first because filming the tutorials is how I do my last checks of the written pattern. So did that. My desk is in a different orientation than usual because I moved the monitor over in the hopes of not tweaking my neck as much. And I don't know whether that worked or not, but you know, it made me feel like I was making an effort. I finished a project I started last night using my Premier Yarn Sweet Rolls, and it turned out so good. So excited to write the pattern up, but I need to get some more of the yarn so that I can actually tutorial it. Didn't think about that. Well, I didn't really know exactly what I was going to make out of some of these things, so I don't know. Anyways, at least it's from Joann's, and I have a Joann's that I have access to, so... Okay, well now I need to edit the vlog because it is 3:30 in the morning. I need to edit this so we can go up tomorrow, and then I need to try and be in bed before 5. And I will see you all tomorrow. Nighty-night!